After posing for all those photos with babies, I had to briefly, but without great difficulty, suppress an urge to run for political office. Not a problem. We're nearing the end of these commencement exercises, but before we end, I want to first acknowledge the extraordinary staff, and I will not enumerate them by name, who've contributed to making this entire event run so smoothly up till now. I want to also appreciate, you can hold your applause, hold it, the members of the faculty and the administration who are with us today, lending visible support to the efforts throughout the years of graduate work and work toward the medical degree. And in particular, our Senior Associate Dean for Education, Dr. Martha Grayson, who gracefully served in handing me each of those diplomas for you, and it's important to get that right. And for Dr. Edward Burns, our Executive Dean, it was clear to me that he had the ability to carry that heavy mace because he carries a greater burden each and every day as he sees to the affairs of the Albert Einstein College of Medicine. I want to also appreciate the members of the Einstein Board of Overseers who are with us, and our chairperson, Dr. Ruth Gottesman, who participated in the hooding. Dr. Stephen Safier, last year's commencement speaker, the president and CEO of the Montefiore Medical Center, the University Hospital for the Albert Einstein College of Medicine. And the members of the YU administration. With that, let me say that for many years, it was a tradition at our graduations for Dr. Leo Davidoff, dedicated teacher, distinguished physician, and a world-renowned neurosurgeon, to lead us in the prayer of Maimonides. Dr. Davidoff personified the standards of excellence and depth of commitment that the College of Medicine seeks to instill in its students. It is my pleasure to lead you now in the prayer of Maimonides. Will the graduates please rise and remain standing until the completion of the prayer? And if you would repeat after me. I begin once more my daily work. Be thou with me, Almighty Father of mercy. In all my efforts to heal the sick, for without thee, a human being is but a helpless creature. Grant that I may be filled with love for my art and for my fellow women and men. May the thirst for gain and the desire for fame be far from my heart. For these are the enemies of pity and the ministers of hate. Grant that I may be able to devote myself, body and soul, to thy children who suffer from pain. Preserve my strength, that I may be able to restore the strength of the rich and the poor, the good and the bad, the friend and the foe. Let me see in the sufferer the human being alone. When wiser women and men teach me, let me be humble to learn. For the human mind is so puny, and the art of healing is so vast. But when fools are ready to advise me, or to find fault with me, let me not listen to their folly. Let me be intent upon one thing, O Father of mercy, to be always merciful. to thy suffering children. May there never rise in me the notion that I know enough, but give me the strength and leisure and zeal to enlarge my knowledge. Our work is great, and the human mind presses forward forever. Thou hast chosen me in thy grace to watch over the life and death of thy creatures. I am about to fulfill my duties. Guide me in the immense work so that it may be of avail. Thank you.
Before we conclude the ceremony, will all students remain standing? At your special request, we will end the ceremony with the traditional turning of the tassels. Please place your caps back on, and on my signal, turn your tassels from the right to the left to signify your graduation from students and research fellows to full-fledged doctors. Now, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our formal graduation ceremony. Congratulations to all of our graduates, their families, and friends. Will the audience please rise and remain standing until the commencement participants have left the area? President Joel, Dean Spiegel, I now declare the commencement exercises of the Albert Einstein College of Medicine and the Sue Golding Graduate Division of Medical Sciences of Yeshiva University to be officially closed.